Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. Well, it's all about crochet. A little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn. Mostly, it's about my journey through this fantastic yarning community. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Friday with me. I really do appreciate it. If you could, hit the like button, maybe subscribe, do all the things that YouTube likes you to do. It would really help me out. I'd appreciate it. So today we have a boggy blanket that I finished that I can show you. And we're going to talk about some test patterns that I'm doing. Got the okay from both of the designers to talk about them in the generic sort of way. Like we're going to talk about the yarn and whatever. Anyway, so let's start with the boggy blanket. We'll get that out of the way. If you are truly new here and don't know what I'm talking about, and I just got this caught. Oh no, don't wreck. Okay. What I mean by a boggy blanket. I am part of the Boggy Creek Blanket Brigade. It is a blankets drive that started from Nancy at She's Got Yarn Too, Lynette at Charmed Grammy's Crochet, and Billy the Crafty Floridian. So 2 years ago, they started this drive. And last year, when the drive started, I put out there on the YouTube streets, send me some granny squares. I'll put them together and make blankets. Well, that blew up in my face. I got close to 5,000 granny squares. So I'm still working through those, slowly but surely. I'm doing one a week. It's getting there. I found a great new way to do it. So it's making them go so much faster. But in order to do it, I had to do a resort of all the squares. I'm not done yet, but I had to go and had to count the rounds and make sure that the number of spaces were the same in each pile. So yeah, it takes a while to count and look at all these and make sure that we've got them all pretty much the same size. Anyway, but once that's done, we will get through these so much faster. It'll be so much faster. And I'm thinking by the time August rolls around, I'll have had a huge dent in this pile so that when we have more come in, I'll just be able to add them in. It'll work out great. I'm not worried about it. So anyway, this week's boggy blanket, ta-da! Super pretty. This one, because the squares were a little bit on the smaller side, I had to go 8 rows of 7 instead of 7 rows of 7, because these were just a little bit smaller and it needed to meet that 35 to 40 width, 40 to 50 inches long. And I got that by putting this all together. Isn't this fun and bright? And let's see, I think I have one specialty one on here. Like I even used a corner to corner square down here. There's one. Oh, here's the one with a flower on it. So the only thing that's not on here is a heart, and I do still have a baggie of hearts to sew on. So I will grab one of those and sew it on before I put this in the closet with the others that I have made. So if you are interested in the Boggy Creek Blanket Brigade, I have some videos listed in my description box. Check them out. And stay tuned because we will be collecting again starting in August. So if you're working on blankets now, great. Keep working on them. Hang on to them. We're not taking them yet. We'll let you know when we start doing the collection. So that is the Boggy Blanket. So test patterns. Let's talk about the test patterns because I really am excited about doing both of these patterns. The first one I am doing for Angela at My Precious Yarnery. She has put out a pattern that is more of a recipe-ish type thing. It's very, very beginner friendly. And she wanted, so a bunch of us Zoom girls are testing it out for her. I was going to hold off and double dip in with Judy's flower or bird mal, but I really wanted to get started on it. And I really wanted to use the yarn. So this is what I've got so far. I've gone through one repeat, and I could see where I've made a mistake, and I was going to frog it back, but I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. But I know where I made the mistake. This was a me mistake, not a pattern mistake. So I'm just going to keep going because I think it's going to be really pretty. So the yarn that I'm using is the Bamboo Select by Premier. I am using, and the ball band's way over there. My first color is Ocean. These are number 3, but they're super thin number 3, almost sport weight. It's 80% rayon from bamboo, 20% extra fine merino, machine wash, lay flat to dry. It says to use a 4mm hook. There are 106 yards per cake, 50 grams. Nope. This one is not called Ocean. The one I have in my hand is Ocean. This one is called Sea Glass. So we have Sea Glass. And then we have, this one is Ocean. This one is Teal. Then I have Sherbet. And then I haven't decided which one of these I'm going to pop in. Either Pale Lilac, or this one I think is Sweet Pea. Probably leaning towards Sweet Pea. No, maybe Pale Lilac. Yeah, I'm thinking, all right, maybe Pale Lilac. What do you think? So these would be the colors. There goes my hook. With the orange. Kind of like that. I think it'll be really pretty. My plan is to use 2 of each one of these cakes. You know, like I'll do one round with one cake and then move to the next colors and then go back and start the same process over. So those are what I'm doing. Even though it says on the ball band a 4mm, I went up to a 5.5mm. I started with a 4 and it made it so tight. I wanted it to be a little drapier, so I went up to the 5.5mm, and this is what I've got so far. And I love this yarn. This yarn is really, really great. As a matter of fact, Jackie has asked me to test a pattern. Jackie from Crochet HD. She's asked me to test a pattern for a little girl's halter top. I think I might make it out of this. I was thinking about doing it in like Trubu or Kubu, but I think I might use it because I have plenty of this. I might make it out of this. This will be really pretty, really soft, and it's got such a pretty sheen to it. I really, really like it. So go check out Angela's channel. She has plans for this pattern recipe. So go check out her channel, see what she's got cooking. I think it'll be really fun, and it'll be, and you know, we love Angela, but she's so worried. But Angela, I'm sending you a text message, but it's an okay pattern. Don't stress about it. I think it's going to be okay. So the next test pattern that I'm working on is a test pattern for Tiny Couch Crochet. And it is a Tunisian cardigan done in Tunisian simple stitch, but it's going to look like it's gingham. This pattern is, I'm learning how to do the join as you go method. That's the back side. Here's the front. When I did my swatch, I started with mainstays, anti-pilling, and some Nako Mona Lisa yarn. I had to go down to a size, now the pattern's written for an 8. I had to go down to a size 7 to get gauge, which meant it was super tight and heavy. And I thought, this is not going to be a very fun cardigan. So then I tried this Woolies Recycled, which says it's a number 4, but it is a very, very, very thin number 4. And I got gauge by going up to a size 10 hook. So I contacted the designer and I said, listen, in order for me to get gauge, I either have to go down a hook and use thick yarn that makes a really stiff fabric, or I can use the thinner and go up to a size 10. Where would you like me to go with this? And she suggested that I go up, use the thinner yarn and go up, that it would be drapier. So that's what I've done. This is an 8-week test, so I've got plenty of time. I think it's going to be really pretty. The colors I've chosen are cream, and they call this royal blue. There's nothing royal blue about this. This is very much a dark teal. Woolies Recycled says it's a number 4. It is 80% recycled acrylic, 20% recycled wool, machine washable and dryable, made in Turkey, 196 yards per ball. I'm making the size 2X for her. And it says I should use, I think, 7 of the main color, which is the teal, and 6 of the cream. I have more than that just in case, because I do have a bigger bigger hook, so I'm probably going to use more than the pattern says, which is fine. I bought extra just in case. What else? I was going to tell you something else. Oh, I don't remember what I was going to say about this. I'm looking forward to this. This is a long duster style cardigan. Oh, the reason she's putting out a test for this is because she's putting out a book. So stay tuned and I will keep you updated on whatever it is when we get more information on when these patterns are going to be released. I know that she's testing at least 3 patterns right now for the book. So this is the cardigan for Tiny Couch Crochet, and I love it. And like I said, it's very much a beginner friendly garment. Because you're working on the squares, join as you grow. If I'm doing the size 2X, I never have more than 18 stitches on my hook at a time. So you're not doing this huge long panel. So this is really, really very much beginner friendly. So keep an eye out for this when this pattern comes out. If you've ever wanted to make a Tunisian garment, this seems to be going really, really good. So that is what I'm working on. Yeah, today, my plans have all blown up in my face. I was going to spend today, cleaning the house a little bit because we're having my sister-in-law and her husband over for Easter dinner on Sunday. I was going to do some yard work. Our lawn needs mowed. Boom. The whole thing blown up in my face. A week ago Monday, when I was going to my doctor's appointment, my car started acting funny. And then all of a sudden the check engine light came on and then it started flashing service transmission, service transmission. Now, I haven't had this car for a year. Yes, it was a used car, but still, it doesn't even have 60,000 miles on it. I love my Jeep. I don't know if I ever showed you. Here's the picture of my Jeep with what's painted on the hood. This is painted. This is not a decal. This was painted on my hood. We get a call from the service department, and they said, you need a brand new transmission. We're not allowed to work on the transmissions. We can only replace them. The replacement cost is $15,000. You heard me right. $15,000. After some back and forth, they got it down to $9,965. So $10,000. My car isn't worth $10,000. So between the service manager, the general manager, and the new sales manager, they're like, it's not worth putting any money into this car. Come on in, see what we can get you into. So guess who gets to go car shopping today? Not how I wanted to spend my afternoon, not how I wanted to spend my day, but you just sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Um, we got to keep in mind a couple of things. It's got to be light enough to be towed behind my car, our motorhome, either flat towed if we go with another Jeep or on a trailer, because we plan on traveling and we'll need a vehicle with us. And so, yeah, there's so many factors that go into it. So we have to keep within a certain weight limit and blah, blah, blah. It's a thing. And I don't want it to be a thing because it's Easter weekend and I wanted to just do what I wanted to do. And that's not happening now. But that's life, isn't it? Life just has a way of kicking you in the teeth just when you think you've got it under control. Anyway, so it is Easter weekend. And for those of you who do celebrate Easter, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, a great Easter Sunday. I hope the Easter Bunny comes and visits everybody and brings you some sweet treats or something fun. Um, so, with that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Remember, whatever you do, be kind to yourself and give yourself some grace. But above all, be kind to everyone. And we will talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy Easter.